Vietnamese legends are full of magical tales that teach us about life. Today, we're going to look at one of the most popular and inspiring stories in Vietnamese folklore. The legend of Saint Giong, also known as Phu Dong Thien Vuong. Join us as we embark on this epic journey through time. A long time ago, in the days of the ancient kings of Vietnam, there lived a kind and childless elderly couple in Giong village of Gia Lam. They loved each other very much and prayed every day to have a baby. One day, the wife of the house was walking along the field and accidentally stepped into a huge footprint left by a divine being. The footprint was so large that it took 9 men to measure it. She immediately felt something extraordinary happen within her. Soon she became pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. But their joy was short-lived. As the child grew older, it became clear that something was wrong. He didn't speak, smile, or walk like other children. He spent his days lying quietly, which made his parents very sad. They tried everything to help him, but nothing worked. Years passed and the boy grew to be 3 years old, yet he remained the same. His parents lost hope that he would ever live a normal life. One day, however, when the Yin invaders attacked, the king sent envoys throughout the land to find a hero who could defend the country, but none returned. Everyone was afraid, and the whole kingdom was in despair. Just when all hope seemed lost, the miracle happened. The mute boy suddenly stood up and spoke for the first time. He called his mother and told her to bring the envoy to his home. The mother rushed to tell the envoy that her son wanted to see him. Upon hearing this, the envoy entered the house and asked the boy, "Do you know how to drive out the yin?" "Yes," replied the boy. "Give me an iron horse, an iron whip, and an iron armor. I will personally deal with the enemy." The envoy immediately ran back to the king to ask for these weapons. The king understood that God had sent a savior to the kingdom. He ordered the best craftsmen to forge iron weapons as requested and went to the village to present them to the young man. When the young man received the whip, he mounted his horse and shouted loudly, "Who wants to ride with me to fight the yin?" His voice echoed through the mountains and valleys. Hearing his call, the villagers came out to join him. They all cheered and shouted, "We go with you, O Son of Heaven." After getting his men ready, he led them out of the village to meet the enemy. On the other side, the Yins were confidently waiting for the Vietnamese army. Their general, Oan, laughed and said, "Where are those Vietnamese soldiers who refused to surrender? Come out and die quickly." At that moment, Giong appeared on the battlefield. Wearing shining iron armor and astride a strong iron horse, his appearance struck the enemy like lightning. Giong raised his whip and lashed out. It hit Oan so hard that he flew off his horse and was knocked unconscious. With one strike, Giong had defeated the leader of the Yin army. Seeing their general fall, the rest of the Yin soldiers panicked and tried to run away. However, Giong pursued them relentlessly. As his whip continued to crack and lash out, many Yin soldiers were either killed or wounded. Whenever his whip struck an enemy, their bodies glowed red hot and turned to ash. All of Giong's men joined him in the battle and fought bravely. Together, they drove the Yin army further and further away. After the battle, Giong and his men returned home as victors. Giong then rode his horse up So's mountain and disappeared into the clouds. Some say he removed his armor and heavenly garments before leaving, while others believe he transformed into a white bird and soared into the sky. Whatever the truth may be, nobody knows what happened to him. The only evidence of his presence is the deep imprint of his horse's hooves on the mountainside and the scorched bamboo groves below the mountain. This place later became a famous religious site where many Vietnamese people come to pay their respects. Saint Giong left behind a legacy that has inspired generations of Vietnamese people. His courage and determination to protect his people have made him a symbol of patriotism and resilience. The legend teaches us that even in the darkest of times, hope can still shine through. In today's world, where challenges and conflicts seem never-ending, the story of Saint Giong reminds us of the importance of unity, courage, and perseverance. It encourages us to stand up for what we believe in and to fight for a better future. Saint Giong's influence extends beyond Vietnamese borders. His bravery and selflessness have resonated with people around the world who admire his commitment to justice and peace. The legend has been passed down for centuries and continues to inspire people of all ages. Whether we are facing personal battles or fighting for a greater cause, the story of Saint Giong gives us strength and hope. It reminds us that one person with unwavering determination can make a difference. So let us draw inspiration from this legendary hero and strive to be the best version of ourselves. Let us embrace challenges with courage, work together for a common good, and never lose hope in the face of adversity. As we conclude our exploration of Saint Giong's remarkable tale, let us reflect on the lessons it holds for us. The legend teaches us that even in the darkest of times, hope can still shine through. It encourages us to stand up for what we believe in and to fight for a better future. So, my friends, let us carry the message of Saint Giong in our hearts and apply it to our everyday lives. May his story be a guiding light as we navigate through the challenges and opportunities that await us. Remember, with courage, determination, and unity, we can overcome any obstacle and create a brighter future for ourselves and the generations to come. Now I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the legend of Saint Giong? How do you think his story reflects the values and aspirations of the Vietnamese people? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. I would love to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed this video and want to support us, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. By doing so, you will not only help us continue sharing these wonderful stories, but you will also be supporting our mission to promote cultural understanding and appreciation. Once again, thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Vietnamese mythology. Until next time, may the spirit of Saint Giong inspire you to be brave, selfless, and determined in pursuing a better future. Goodbye. Now let us move on to an exciting part where we uncover some fascinating facts about the legends of Vietnam. Did you know that the story of Saint Giong has several versions? Each version adds unique details and insights into the character and his heroic deeds. Explore the different versions and compare them to see how the story has evolved over time. You might be surprised at the variations in the different perspectives each version offers. Another interesting aspect to consider is the historical context of the legend. The story of Saint Giong is believed to have originated during the time of the ancient kings, when Vietnam was facing external threats. Research the historical period in which the legend is set, and examine how the story reflects the values and beliefs of that era. You might find connections to real historical events or figures that add depth to the legend. Furthermore, explore the symbolism and motifs present in the story. For example, the footprint left by the divine being could symbolize the connection between the mortal world and the spiritual realm. The iron horse and whip represent power and strength. The journey to Sos Mountain signifies a spiritual awakening or ascension. Analyze the symbolism and how it contributes to the overall meaning of the legend. Lastly, consider the impact of the legend on Vietnamese culture. Saint Giong is revered as a national hero, and his story has inspired countless works of art, literature, and music. Examine how the legend has been portrayed in different art forms, and how it has influenced Vietnamese culture and identity. Remember, learning is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to understanding the rich heritage of Vietnam. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep discovering the fascinating stories that make Vietnam such a captivating place.